Can't help but looking at Kenya, Miss Boop. Yep, we got the nice little game area room, pretty much 99% set up, looking good. And it's wall to wall, ceiling to ceiling even, of just board games. We got plenty to go through a look at. Stay tuned for a lot of these. Some fun. And then Adventures in Board Gaming! Hopefully coming by the end of this year or start of next year. There's just, effects and editing and stuff that takes place in just normal board game stuff. Oh yeah, enjoy this video. Yokai, a spirited memory game from Gamewright. We appreciate a lot of Gamewright games here. Little tin versions comes in a tin. Open up, it's always appreciated to get the nice little thank you from them. We like a lot of their games. Speaking of, when they pop up, you get this neat little thing here, which showcases the Artichoke one there. Wish we got more than the views we did. Go check it out. The Artichoke game is a fun little kind of deck building game. Check it out. Do it now. Well, after this video. 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and it's about yokai. That's a memory game again. I realized we've done a couple memory games this week without even knowing it. I guess it's Memory Week. Very fascinated with Japanese culture and their lore and all stuff there. So what's really neat is yokai, and they're always very cool, interesting, and I like stuff that involves them, and I like how there's a word from Gamewright. For those unaware, yokai are supernatural spirits that come from Japanese folklore, with the earliest known reference dating back more than 1,000 years. Yokai come in a wide range of forms, from creatures to objects with some mischievous and others kind, and a whole lot in between. While this game features only 4 types of yokai, there are many more to learn about, should your curiosity get the better of you. I agree. There's a lot of interesting ones there. Some freaky, some really weird, some what the f. Game by Julian Griffon, illustrations by Christine Alcouf. It's pretty nice. 2021, let's look into some of this. So you have your cards, you have 16 yokai cards. There's 4 different kinds. There's the Kitsune, which are foxes, the Kappa, river children, the Rokubi, the long-necked women. Those are like my favorite. I love those. They're so interesting and freaky and weird and just... what a thing. Especially when you see, go check out, there's a movie that just, from Japan from years ago. Oh my gosh. And the Oni Ogres. And then there's hint cards, affinity cards, objective cards. We'll get into those last group later. Those are more for a different level, more challenging game. So the overview is, the yokai are in great disarray, general disarray. 4 Japanese spirits got mixed up with each other, and it's your job to return them to their groups. The catch is that communication will be limited, so it's kind of a co-op in a sense. You work as a team and use your memory. So it's a memory game, a match game, and a teamwork game. Co-op. To reunite the spirits before time runs out. Shuffle the 16 yokai cards and place them face down in the center of the play area, forming a 4x4 grid, and then randomly assemble the deck of hint cards based on the number of players. Don't look at these. Here's this little bit right here. So yeah, shuffle those hint cards and place them face down in a pile within reach of all players. So there is communication between the players. Again, beware, the yokai are mischievous creatures, and you are never allowed to explicitly communicate their color or position to the other players, either verbally or using physical gestures. Darn. Physical challenge, please. That's what the hint cards are for. So yeah, that's what the point is. So you can't tell each other you're supposed to work together, but the hint cards hint to everybody to know how to play. Speaking of how to play, nice segue, huh? Whoever has the longest neck gets to go first, and play continues to left. I like that. I always like how games come up with different ways to choose who goes first, instead of saying youngest player goes, oldest player goes, whatever. I like these kind of funny things here. On your turn, you must take the following 3 actions in order. Peek at 2 yokai cards, move 1 yokai card, or reveal or place 1 hint card. So obviously, peeking, you can choose any 2 yokai cards, secretly look at them, all at once or one at the other or whatever. Get a good look at them. Put them back right where they were again, obviously, like any match game. 2, the next thing you do is you get to choose any yokai card. It doesn't have to be the one you looked at. It doesn't have to be that one. It can be any one you want, and you have to move it adjacent to another yokai card. Not diagonal. Also of note, as the game goes on, the board may be separated into little groups while you move the card, as long as it's reunited at the end of the move. So, like plenty of other games, I can't think of them right now, but as you move the board... go check that out. Inferno, Mountain of Inferno, Inferno Mountain. You can move stuff around, but you can't break apart something. So if you're moving a section of the board and it separates it into two separate things, and you can't do that. They have to be, everything has to be somehow connected, as you'll see in our examples we'll show you. So yeah, like for example, here you go looking at these two cards, and then move it in and have the board look like such. Then reveal or place one hint card. So you either pick up a hint card next to the draw pile, and reveal it, so everyone can be visible, and as you do that, you place them, like, in a row, so they're always visible at all times. Or you place a previously revealed hint card on top of a face-down yokai card. This is where it gets interesting. That's how you do, like, some of the hinting to let people know that's the point of these hint cards. This locks that yokai card in place, and it can no longer be looked at or moved for the rest of the game. Now remember, you want to get these all grouped together, so that's the purpose of moving these around. So by the end of the game, you're hopefully getting the 4 of this one together, the 4 of this one together, the 4 of that one, and they don't have to be like in a square, but they have to be like still grouped up in some way, and then obviously not broken apart with the board. Hint cards give valuable information. As you can see, there's one. This one, it just shows you the precise identity of it. The other one shows 2 identities, so that one, only one of which matches that yokai, or there's 3 identities. So when you place it on there, this one's like, this one is 100% the Kitsune. Or this one is either the Oni or the Rokurokubi. Or this one is the Kappa, Oni, or Rokurokubi, type of stuff like that. And once a hint is in place, it cannot be moved either. So make sure you choose, like, just make sure you're choosing the right thing and where to place it. And you can't place more than one hint card on the same yokai card. So you can't be like, hey, this is one of these 3. Oh, crap, this one, I'll definitely say this is one of them. You can't do that. You keep moving stuff around, and the game ends in 2 ways. Either when a player declares the yokai are appeased, grouped by type instead of taking their turn. Be like, alright, I'm declaring that they're happy right now. Or when the last hint card has been used to lock down a yokai. Once the game ends, flip over all the yokai cards, checking that all the hints match with their corresponding yokai. If they're appeased, you win the game. If you make the yokai appeased, that they're like, yay, we're together in our groups, you won. Otherwise, you lose. Here's an example. Scoring, did you successfully appease the yokai? Congrats! You can now calculate your score based on hint cards. A correctly placed hint is worth 1 point. An incorrectly placed hint is worth -1. A hint that was revealed but not used is worth 2. A hint that was not revealed is worth 5. So, assess your victory based on the following table. So here's the table to show you. Try to do better until you succeed in fully appeasing the yokai and reach legend, wait for it, dairy status. So here's what you got. Woo! And then there's the difficulty levels, which are as thus. As your experience with the game increases, you can try to solve more complex situations. Level 1, you have the basic skills. Level 2, apply basic rules plus add a random affinity card. Visibly only to the first player who cannot reveal it. Affinity cards indicate that the 2 yokai types must have at least one adjacent card touching any side at the end of the game. Level 3, basic rules plus stack revealed hint cards in a single pile on top of each other instead of in a row. When placing a card, you may only place whichever one is currently on top of the stack. Level 4, apply the basic rules plus do not reveal hint cards. Instead, simply place each hint card face down next to the hint card draw pile without looking at it. Crazy. Hint cards still lock yokai cards in place, but no longer provide information about them. All hints are considered correctly placed for the purposes of scoring. Then level 5, basic rules plus an objective card of your choice, visible to all objective cards. These indicate the shape of all the yokai cards must form at the end of the game. Crazy. I mean, we're going to test out, go with this one because, my goodness, because it kind of has like, how long can her neck be? So we'll go with that since that's our favorite. That neck really went crazy. Like, how? That looks crazy. They all have to be grouped and be in this pattern. That is a difficulty level. That is definitely a difficulty level. Holy cow, for it to be just like that. Now that is some challenge stuff. I like this. Whew. Some of this, like that one. Some of those, but that one, wow. Interesting. Very interesting game. Note, levels 2 and 5, if conditions given by the card, if they're not met, you lose. And don't score any points. Wow, that does sound pretty difficult, so it's pretty fun. Other levels of difficulty. At the start of the game, use more one-color hint cards to make the game easier, or more three-color hint cards to make the game harder. The total number of hint cards remain the same. Track your path, so you can track your victory level if you want to. These are interesting. Very interesting. And that's it. It's a pretty fun little game. I like memory games. I like yokai. I like anything pretty much Japanese type culture for any type of thing, and not just, with their folklore, media, entertainment, their lifestyle, their food, you name it. There's just so many neat things about Japan. So this is a pretty neat little game. Good for a family, good for kids, I would say. Good for people who like the stuff. It's got challenging. The challenging levels make the game obviously more difficult. So instead of just an easy memory game, you would have like a more challenging one. But it's a different type of memory game, and I really like it, and Gamewright did a good job for something so simple, so small, you can carry with you, travel with you, have fun with friends stuff, and Gamewright does another A+ game there, in my opinion. I really enjoy it. Again, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of this. Have you played it? Do you know of it? What's your favorite yokai? Comment that below. What yokai you think is the coolest or whatever. Thanks for watching. Game on, everybody. Keep gaming on. Stay gnarly. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time, everybody.